Tyrone are out of the All-Ireland Football Championship. Obviously, Ulster 2 losing to Donegal 113 to 111. It was kind of a day when I'd say the Ducks were nearly ready to pack it in. It was brutal stuff in that sense, made it really difficult conditions to play football. And it was an exciting game, to be fair, tight all the way, 113 to 111. Definitely not pure stuff, but it is such a shock that to think that the likes of Dublin will be able to waltz through Leinster, and you've Tyrone the first day out going away to Donegal, who are obviously another Super 8 level team, a team that is a contender in the All Ireland Championship, and they're gone. And this is where you'd love an open draw that they could come up against anybody. But anyway, that aside, it was like Kieran Thompson, what a performance for him, just point scoring all day. And the value of him lining out against Kerry in what was a dead rubber league clash for Donegal a week ago, that he got the nod on the basis of this. And I don't think it probably mattered that much that Donegal rested their players last week, or 9 of them anyway, whereas Tyrone went and put out a stronger team against Mayo. I wouldn't think it had much of a difference either way. What I did think made a big difference for Tyrone was just around the hour mark, just before then, there was the goal opportunity where Rory Brennan hit a shot in and it dropped short, and Stephen McMenamin and Conor McKenna were sort of scrambling for the ball. If that had to get kicked into the net, you're actually looking at a situation where Tyrone are going to go a couple of points ahead with 10 minutes to go. So that would have been, at that particular stage, that would have been a huge blow. Now, we'd already seen that when Derek Hanneman knocked in the goal, that the response was very, very strong from Donegal. They'd been 2 points behind, but they ended up getting the next, I think 4 it was, to go 1-9 to 1-7 ahead. So it's not like they couldn't have bounced back, but that was a big thing. But not only did that scrambled goal not go in, but then a minute later, Peter Hart, he had a ball on the front foot going into the 14. And rather than going for goal, which would have put his side 2 points ahead, he took the point, he blasted it and it went over, irrespective of whether he was going for it or not. If you had to get that goal there, you're 2 points ahead. Again, 10 minutes to go, maybe they can come back. But just a wasteful shooting from Tyrone in that second half. Like, I'm just looking through it here. 42 minutes wide, 44, 45, 45, more wides and dropped short. Last 10 minutes of the game, McKernan, he hit the crossbar. You had a free wide from McKenna, McKernan with another wide, Mark Bradley, and then another one spilled wide towards the end. So they were unbelievably wasteful towards the end of the game. Whereas the last two shots, when it was level at 1-11 apiece, the last two shots from Donegal in the game were a free from Kieran Thompson, who've already celebrated for his performance, and then Oisin Gallen with that beautiful score from whatever it was, 35 yards out. And the fact that Donegal a point ahead with 2 minutes of normal time remaining, that they had the coolness to actually just stay there, keep on the ball, and work that situation for Gallen, who came on, and like you can see, he's a class player and he run all day, but he came in and he was able to make a serious impact. I think the fact that Donegal were able to get past losing Neil McGee just at half time there, back spasms, that was important. Michael Murphy sitting so far deep, again, it's that old question, because he didn't massively contribute throughout the game, even though we know he's so good. The Derek Hanneman finish, again, it's a shame we're not going to see him again in this championship. So Owen Ball Gallagher had obviously spilled a ball across from his goalkeeper Sean Patton, and the way Canavan just ran at the keeper and sort of fainted one way and went the other, it is like father like son. I mean, he's going to be a class player. But yeah, very tight game. Just a shame that they're gone now. Interesting that that situation that happened with Michael McKernan. He was running away from goal in the first half, and Paul Brennan sort of smacked around the side of his head, and he went down and really kind of made the most of it. Joe Brolly tweeted at the time, shocking play acting by Michael McKernan after Paul Brennan pats him on the head, lay on the ground for a full minute, so humiliating even to watch. Owen Mulligan, former Tyrone player, of course, says you can't lift your hand. Brolly comes back with, wise up Owen, Michael's behaviour was pathetic and humiliating. Owen says, completely stupid from Brennan, rules are rules, straight red. And Brolly says, nonsense, he patted his head. A few seconds later, McKernan lies down. Your defence of this sums up Tyrone's culture under Hart. Now, whatever you make of that, I do think it was embarrassing from McKernan. I absolutely do. He stayed down for a minute. Obviously, you're looking to induce a red card at that stage. That's how it looked to me. Paul Brennan, absolutely unnecessary. So you're asking for trouble. But I think if he had done that smack and the referee had seen it and McKernan stayed up, he should definitely be getting sanctioned by the referee. But for Donegal, full systems ahead, because they're now clear favourites to win Donegal. And the fact that Tyrone are out, it's just a shock. First day of the championship that such a heavy hitter as Tyrone is gone. So let me know what you think.